Hi there, this is Lisa, and you're watching The Backward Glance. Today is the 4th of July, 2019, and now that the fireworks have died down, I wanted to make this video to show you the last 10 items that flipped quickly in my eBay store, and for me that means that they sold within the first 30 days of being listed. If you haven't watched my channel, I am primarily a clothing reseller, although I do have a couple random non-clothing items scattered into this video. So, to start out with, we have this Akemi and Kin top. This is an Anthropologie brand. I don't sell a lot of Anthropologie. I pass on probably at least 9 out of 10 pieces, but when it's embroidered, I like to pick it up, and anything that I can use the word boho for, I usually do like to pick up. This particular brand I have flipped a few times in the past, so there is the brand tag for you, Akemi and Kin. And if you're not familiar with Anthropologie tags, you can look on the inside tag, and it will always have the RN number 66170. That can also be an Urban Outfitters number too, so just keep that in mind. So I paid $4.25 for this top. I sold it for my full asking price of $24, and that took 19 days. Next is this pair of Nike Air 6.0 sneakers. I paid a little bit up for these, basically knowing that I wasn't going to have a huge profit margin on them, but I really liked them and I thought they would take really nice pictures and just look nice in my store. So I did pay $11 for these and sold them on best offer of $40, and that took 20 days. Here is a baseball glove. This was a Rawlings SG76, and this one was a 13-inch glove, which is slightly bigger than the ones that I have found in the past. I paid $3.66 for this, and I sold it for my full asking price of $36. That took 8 days to sell. Next is a pair of Tory Burch shoes, and these were the Caroline Ballet Flat in black patent leather. I paid $4.88 for this pair of shoes, and I did get my full asking price of $62 in 4 days. That was actually a little bit of a surprise to me. I priced these a little bit higher than what the sold comps were, and the reason was that nobody else had this exact pair, so the same size, color, and style. And so I thought that I could go ahead and price a little bit higher, but thinking I would send out offers to watchers for maybe $48 or something like that and make it look like they're getting a good deal. And in the end, somebody just came and bought it for full price, so that's awesome. There is a close-up of that logo if you're not familiar with Tory Burch. It is a brand that is sometimes faked, so that's good to be aware of. Next up is this pair of Lululemon cropped leggings, and these were just the basic Wonder Under style. This pair happened to be reversible, so royal blue on the front with the logo right there on the leg. And on the inside, they were like a plum purple with the logo on the waistband. I paid $4.30 for this pair and sold them for my full asking price of $28 on the same day that I listed them. Next is a brand that I talk about a lot, Duluth Trading Company. This is one of my absolute staple brands. I did pay $6.40 for these, which didn't leave me a ton of profit margin because I did take a best offer of $18, so not the greatest flip. That took 16 days. What happened with these was that I got home and they were tagged 10 by 29, but when I measured them, they measured at only a 27.5-inch inseam, which is quite short, and I basically knew that I wanted to take the first reasonable offer that came in, which is what I did. Here's another brand very similar to that Duluth. This is Carhartt, and another one of my staple brands, and whenever I can get it for a good price in halfway decent condition, I do like to pick it up. So this pair I paid $3.15 for. I did get my full asking price of $26, and that sold in just one day. And this pair was a men's pair, and that last pair was a women's pair. And I assume most people are familiar with Carhartt, but there is the little leather logo on the back, and then this is the tag on the inside. And one thing I've been doing, by the way, with my men's items, if the inseam does measure anything different than what it says, I will put the actual measurement. I don't change the waist measurement unless it's way off, because a lot of times the waistband will measure an inch or two bigger than what the actual size is, and that's normal. But I do like to put the exact inseam measurement in there. So this was a nice sale. I picked up this Aston briefcase, and I was not familiar with this brand, but I was drawn to it right away because of the quality. So I paid $6 for this. I sold it through Offers to Watchers for $65, and that took 14 days. Here's an example of an item that had not a super great sell-through rate, but what I noticed was that the ones that were listed much higher than the ones that had actually sold. And so a lot of the ones that were listed close to $200, and I went significantly lower for two reasons. One, the comps were all under $100 as far as the ones that had actually sold, and also this one was missing the crossbody strap, so it should have had a strap to turn it into a messenger bag, and it was missing that, so could only be used as a briefcase. This was a pretty cool find. I was excited about it. So these are just golf club head covers, and the Goofy in the middle is actually new with tags. The other two didn't have tags, but they look pretty much new. These were all taped together at the thrift store for $5, and I got my full asking price of $60, and that took 17 days to sell. The Goofy alone I saw was selling for about $20, so I just thought 60 seemed like a fair price for this set, and I'm just really happy with that sale. Last, we have this pair of Lululemon leggings. These are the Speed Up Tight, and I actually tracked down the pattern name because it was so unusual, and it was called Hanakatoba Starlight, if I'm saying that right. So I paid $4.25 for this pair. I got my full asking price of $56, and that took 27 days to sell. And I did want to make a note here that when you find these Lululemon leggings, or any Lululemon item, in my opinion, it's really worth it to track down the style name. I don't always try and track down the color or the pattern unless the pattern is like this, where I think it's probably a pretty rare pattern. But as you can see, I mean, here's a pair where I priced right in line with the comps, and I sold them for $28. And here's a pair where I priced in line with the comps and sold them for $56. So I think that you could be missing some opportunities, because there's definitely some that go even higher. And if you're not tracking down those style names, you might not know if you have one of the pairs that's like really special and sought after. So that's just a little bit of my 2 cents on selling Lululemon. The style name is not written anywhere on it. It's not even on the tag, assuming that the pull tag is still in there, which a lot of times it isn't. So basically you have to look at pictures and figure it out on your own, either by Googling like what you think are the features of it that are notable, or the site that I usually use is lulufanatics.com, and I just look up like women's leggings and basically look through a ton of pictures, and then sometimes you get lucky and you find the same style again and you already know what it is, but there's a lot of styles out there, so that doesn't happen to me too much. Anyway, those were the sales that I have to show you. Thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to comment, like, dislike, or subscribe, and have a great day.